Looking for recruiting news you can use? Welcome to RecTech's Recruiting Headlines, powered by recruitingheadlines.com. A short news segment for recruiters who need to know. Today's episode is sponsored by HireTool, the recruiter's best friend. HireTool is the perfect sourcing tool for any hiring team. Find them at hiretual.com.
I'm Chris Russell for Recruiting Headlines. Here are your Fast 5 headlines for the week, ending December 14th. First up, LinkedIn is out with their Emerging Jobs Report, and they have the 15 fastest growing jobs in the U.S. So I'll rattle those off for you today on the show. First up is blockchain developer, number 1, coming in at 33 times growth. The top skills for that job are Solidity, blockchain, Ethereum, cryptocurrency, and Node.js. And these jobs typically work at places like IBM, Consensus, and ChainYard, to name a few companies. Number 2 is machine learning engineer. These are deep learning, machine learning software engineers that know TensorFlow, Apache Spark, and natural language processing. They work at places like Apple and Intel. Number 3 is application sales executive, 8 times growth. They sell software as a service, cloud applications, and even human capital management software. They work at Oracle, AT&T, and Avaya, to name a few. Number 4 is machine learning specialist. Again, more deep learning, TensorFlow, Python developers, artificial intelligence as well. They work at places like Google and Amazon. Number 5 is professional medical rep for the pharmaceutical sales industry, along those lines. Number 6 is relationship consultant in banking, retail banking, loans, consumer lending. Number 7, data science specialist. Again, more machine learning, data science. Again, places like IBM and Facebook hire these people. Number 8 is assurance staff, which is things like auditing, accounting, financial reporting. Number 9, sales development. Of course, sales is always strong. Salesforce, cold calling, software as a service, lead gen, prospecting. Number 10, business support consultant. These are things like risk management, credit, banking, and business analysis. Number 11, solar power consultants. Solar energy is on the rise, renewable energy, so that's a big number on the list. Number 12, a little bit of surprise, administrative assistant, 4 times growth. Of course, receptionists, things like that. Background investigator is number 13. These are background check providers, private investigations, law enforcement. Number 14, machine learning researcher. And finally, number 15, data science manager. Those are your top 15 fastest growing jobs in the U.S. Definitely very tech heavy. Not much, medical on there. In fact, none at all, actually, except for number 5, which is professional medical representative. I think I skipped that one. But that's your list. You can find the list at the LinkedIn blog or find the link on recruitingheadlines.com. Okay, next up. Cannabis recruiting site Vangst adds a gig worker option. Yep. So Vangst is a leading employment resource for the cannabis industry, and they announced the debut of Vangst Gigs, a new feature from the recruiting platform that allows candidates and employers full control over booking temporary jobs. Vangst Gigs will be the first and only fully compliant on-demand employment service, says the press release, in the cannabis space, connecting companies directly with licensed employees, or Vangsters as they're called, looking for temporary work opportunities. As the cannabis industry continues to grow, many employers are faced with new on-demand hiring needs, which includes finding temporary workers. According to Vangst, nearly 35% of all cannabis jobs are part-time, resulting in costly job searching challenges for employers. Vangst Gigs will ultimately allow companies to hire faster and for temporary workers to both control their own work schedules and receive compensation quickly. Next, Randstad announced the awards for an awards initiative for in-house talent acquisition teams. It's called the TAI Awards, or Talent Acquisition Innovation Awards, and they're open for entry now. They recognize hard work, innovation, and commitment of in-house talent acquisition teams. Entries will be accepted until March 31st, 2019, and winners will be announced at the 2019 Strategic Talent Acquisition Conference hosted by HCI. That's June 10th through 12th in Denver, Colorado. The TAI Awards will evaluate entrants in 2 categories: enterprise, 500 plus new hires annually, and small and medium business, which is 100 to 499 new hires annually. One winner from each category will receive a $5,000 donation to the charity of their choice. Entrants are asked to submit a short video describing a recent talent acquisition or recruiting initiative and its business impact. 10 finalists will present their stories live in Denver and will be judged by a panel of expert HR practitioners and thought leaders. You can learn more at staconference.com/TAI-awards. Next, staffing app Wonolo has partnered with the WAZE carpool service to help gig workers get to jobs. Story on VentureBeat this week. Wonolo is an app that helps companies find temporary workers and contractors, and they announced that it's partnering with the WAZE carpool. The idea is to make it easier for workers to find rides and with others heading to nearby jobs. The partnership will first roll out in the Bay Area and Chicago, where about 50,000 workers are using Wonolo. Wonolo counts companies like Papa John's, Uniqlo, and Coca-Cola among its customers, and most of the work available on Wonolo is for temporary jobs in fields like fulfillment and distribution, which companies tend to need more of those workers around the holidays. AJ Brustein, Wonolo's COO and co-founder, said a survey among Wonolo users earlier this year found that after pay, location was the number one factor in determining whether they would take the job. And while some workers were able to use their own car to get to a job, many others rely on public transportation. The location piece is really about, can I get to this place, Brustein told VentureBeat. If I don't have a car, does the public transportation run on times that I need to get there and then leave? And if there's a public transportation, how difficult is it? Or do I have to change buses 3 or 4 times? So that's on VentureBeat as well. Finally, the 2019 HR and recruiting events calendar is now out on recruitingheadlines.com. Just go to the homepage. You'll see it on the top menu there. It's also on the sidebar. And we've got over 50 events so far listed for the year. And we're adding more, so if you don't see your event on there, if you're hosting one next year, let us know. You can sponsor those events as well on the page. But it's a great resource. It's filtered by, or it's set up by month. So starting with January, the first 2 are social recruiting strategies, January 30th, and also people analytics on January 31st. They're both in San Francisco, by the way. And you can see that on recruitingheadlines.com. Go check it out. And we'll be keeping that updated throughout the year as new events come on board. All right, that's it for the news today. I'll see you next week.
That's it for now. Be sure to sign up for our daily newsletter that delivers all the day's top stories every afternoon direct to your inbox. Subscribe at recruitingheadlines.com.